Now, we're getting a new Dawn of War game, and for those of you who haven't seen it yet, it looks like this. Apparently, the factions that have been revealed are the Space Marines, the Necrons, the Orcs, and perhaps the Imperial Guard. I mean, they're there, but they may just be there for the campaign and not for the actual multiplayer. Still, not a lot of information about the game so far. It's still in early alpha. Some people are happy with it, others are disappointed. For example, the people that genuinely liked Dawn of War 2 are a little bit concerned that, yet again, the cover mechanic seems to be missing. Like, we see it here, but this may just be because it's part of the campaign, and it looks too good to be a gameplay mechanic, like the units are stacked up too well. Unless this is like another feature where on the entire map you just have a couple of grounds that you can use for cover, and either than that, it's kind of like StarCraft. Base building seems to be back, and more importantly, large vehicles, which looks badass, and possibly, from what I can see here, you may be able to garrison them, so that would be kind of cool. Apparently, all the factions, they have their own resources, so the Space Marines, like, they have to look for different resources than the Orcs. And they also feel different, so that's really important in these types of games. Like, apparently the Space Marines feel really powerful compared to the Orcs, but the Orcs have larger numbers, and by the time they go to the end game, they have stronger units that can match with the Space Marines, which is what it should be like. And so, I was watching this with great interest. I really hated Dawn of War 3 for gameplay reasons. The campaign was interesting. The way they did Orcs was actually kind of funny. But unfortunately, they messed it up. Like, that video game felt as if the heroes are the only things that matter. So, for those of you who actually did play the multiplayer, I have no idea if they fixed it or not, because by the time they may have fixed it, I just lost interest and got annoyed with it. But it was all about, like, who gets their hero first, and it was all about the hero itself. Like, the other units pretty much didn't matter in the game, especially not on release. And so many people dropped it, many people were upset. As I mentioned before, the cover mechanic was missing, and the people that liked Dawn of War 2 for that aspect were majorly disappointed. Now, the thing that would change that, and would get me and many other people genuinely interested in Dawn of War, and perhaps even buying it on release, would be if I were to see Arch talking about it and doing a preview. If he was to also get a key, and he was also get to play the game. The reason for this is that every single time Arch makes a review, I know that he talks about the bugs, I know that he talks about the gameplay issues, I know that he's not going to say the positive things that require to be said whenever someone does a paid sponsorship for a game. Because what's happening now, if you watch the people that are playing the alpha phase of Dawn of War, predominantly only positive things are being said. Like, maybe there are some content creators, I don't know, that also like to talk about negative issues, but so far, none of them has. Which makes me not trust them. It's not that I don't trust them as content creators. It's that I don't trust that the company just gave them a key without saying, hey, we're giving you a key, but you gotta say only positive things about us. You know, sign this NDA. And that's the part that I don't trust, because it's very interesting that one of the largest Total Warhammer and Warhammer 40k channels on the internet, which is the Arch's channel, hasn't gotten a key yet. And that is very telling, because everyone that watches Arch and has seen some of his reviews, like, you know exactly why he doesn't get it. It's not even because of his politics. Which, let's be honest, in 2025, with Trump in the White House, like, literally no one gives a shit about those politics anymore. Like, this is not the 2020 era of the internet. Like, you can just say whatever Arch is saying, and he has even started on censoring himself on stream. So I don't think it's the politics. I think, like, the issue is, and has always been, the fact that he is outspoken. Like, if he sees a bug, he will talk about it. If he sees something he doesn't like, he will talk about it. And this is why the company's not afraid. Even though, like, he's got massive numbers and massive viewership and massive growth compared to any other Warhammer channel, They are afraid of him. And he's probably blacklisted. So he actually released a post here saying, the reason that I got a new demo is because he is, and probably he was, and probably still is, on the blacklist. I am honest, thus my reactions cannot be predicted. This goes against modern game marketing that rely on predictable stooges. People with a track record of defending things like Dawn of War 3, who can be relied upon to toe the line. In general, if someone gets early access to something in this day and age, it's because they are a nose sheep and have quite literally bought and paid for with the sponsorship. Incidentally, the Dawn of War 4 previews appear to be sponsored. King Art Games is having Dawn of War 4 published by Deep Silver, a known world publisher that in large is partially responsible for the Saints Row reboot. They would rather fuck themselves bloody with a broken beer bottle than speak to someone who disagrees with them. And yes, I am Arch, and that name carries meaning. I do find this experiment to be very interesting. Like, if you guys want to see who the stooges are, go back to the videos of people promoting Dawn of War 3. Because Dawn of War 3 is absolutely inexcusable. Like, it's a game that was such a massive flop, they had to scrape the DLC they had for it. They had to cancel a lot of the production that they invested because, like, they noticed people just aren't buying it and there's no money to be made. So, like, the game is so abysmally poor that anyone that genuinely played it and actually wanted to make a review would have said to the users, hey, I respect you guys, don't buy this game. Or at least, you know, hey, I respect you guys, I like the game. Let's pressure the developer to actually try and improve it before launch because this is unacceptable. But instead what they would do is they would attack people that had concerns and they would be like, oh, well, it's just a beta. Oh, well, they'll fix it. Oh, well, don't worry about it. When it was painfully obvious that the game was bad. And again, it's not that like the graphics were bad or that the way that the units moved were bad. It was simply like the gameplay mechanics. Like, had they just polished and crunched the numbers and managed to make sure that the heroes aren't that overpowered, like, they would have fixed a major issue with the game. Not all the issues, but at least the major concerns. And it would have actually been better for the company themselves. Right? Like, the developers would have profited if they actually released a game that was good. But instead, what they did was they put all of the criticism under the rug and then ended up with a broken product. Let's not forget the way that Arch behaved when they released Blood Bowl 3, right? Like, they're afraid that he actually speaks what's true. And it actually scares people. But the reality is, like, many people now, like myself, are simply blocking out everyone that's that shilled Dawn of War 3 and said it's a good game when it was painfully obvious that it wasn't. Anyway, right, they still have time, right? Like, they still have time to contact the Archcast and give him a CD key. I support that. If you guys support that, you know, share this video. I definitely want to see them cringe by having to deal with Arch. I think it would be funny. But it would also be healthy. Like, they would actually get some good criticism in return. A lot of people say, well, it's early stage, you can't criticize it. I'm pretty sure, like, some of the mechanics you can. Like, for instance, the cover mechanic that is popular with me and many other people. If it doesn't exist in this part of the game, even if it's an early stage, it probably doesn't exist at all. You know, maybe they can reconsider. Who knows? But it would be interesting if they address it at least. I want to know, like, what type of game is it? Like, it doesn't have to have the cover mechanic, right? Because, like, Dawn of War 1 didn't have it. But I want to know if it does. Because, like, that's a major decision in whether or not I'll buy it. Iron Harvest did have it, didn't they? Right? So, like, maybe it will. Let me know what you guys think. And as usual, I will see you in the comment section. Take care.